We're gonna try something new today. There's a thing on YouTube called Vlogmas, where people, content creators, whoever, will usually start December 1st up until Christmas, kind of just putting out a video every day, kind of just vlogging everything that's going on. Well, we're gonna switch it up since my channel is fishing based and, you know, family based, where I do my dad life stuff, barbecue and talking to you guys and all that stuff. We're gonna switch it up where I highlight a bait every day until Christmas. We're starting a little late. Today is December 6th or 7th, and I'm just going to talk about fishing baits that I actually use and catch fish on. So we're going to highlight a bait per day up until Christmas, and we're going to call it Fishmas. Just something different for me to put content out to you guys, and maybe y'all would like to use these baits. I'm not sponsored by any of these people. I just, you know, certain baits I like, certain baits I don't, but I'm just going to focus on the stuff that I use, that I actually catch fish with, and just kind of highlight one per day that covers different aspects, different types of fishing. First bait I want to show you guys is a crankbait. I wasn't a big crankbait guy, but I found a brand that I like. You know, when you take a crankbait out of the package, some of them don't run true, some of them don't really run like to specified depth and all that stuff. So I actually found a brand that I like, and that's the 6 Cents Cloud 9 series. Hopefully it'll focus. Y'all guys can see that. This actual color is called Shad Craft. One of my favorite colors from them. Got a little orange on the belly and a little chameleon effect on top. This is a C20. They make them in a C10, actually a C6, C10, C15, and a C25. I didn't have the correct setup when I was fishing, you know, making it strenuous, throwing these big deep diving crankbaits on these 7-to-1 reels, making it real hard where I only want to throw it a couple times. And finally got the correct setup, a slower speed reel and a, you know, a bigger, longer rod with less action. That way it's more moderate, has a little bit better bend in it to throw some of my 20-30 foot deep diving crankbaits. But since I've been throwing this bait, I've been throwing this color here. Focus. You can see all the teeth marks. This is a C20 as well. All the teeth marks from the fish I've been catching, how beat up the bill is. You can see that. This color is called Lavender Shad. I was fishing around a lot of shad that day, so I was like, you know what? Let me tie on this. I started catching a lot of fish on it. I think the biggest fish I've caught on this particular crankbait is right at 5 pounds. Yeah. But from a good color that kind of matches everything is this Shad Craft. A little orange for the bluegill, purple green tilapia, bluegill, and you have your whites, yellows for your shad, all that stuff in there. But this is actually one bait that I do throw a lot now, because I wasn't always a big crankbait guy, because like I said, taking them out of the box, you know, you couldn't get them to run straight. You would always have to like tune them. What I mean by tuning them is you would have to get this little, if you can see that, you would have to eyelet here. You would have to sometimes get a pair of pliers and tweak it back and forth just to get it to run straight and true. Hopefully it got in focus for you. Maybe not. There you go. And yeah, and one thing I noticed about 6 Cents, I hate to talk about them so much, but they do make good baits. Right out of the box, you really don't have to do nothing. Maybe if you want to change the hooks, but I found out they're good hooks. Right out of the box, you can take it, throw it, fish it, bang it in all the cover, and it works pretty good. Yeah, that's why I use 6 Cents crankbaits. They actually do what they're saying they're going to do. You know, they run true to the depth and all that stuff. I have a bunch of the C10, 15s, and 20s. I even have the 25, which is a pretty big crankbait. These are my go-to crankbaits when I'm fishing deep rock, humps, grass. When I want to tick the top of it in a certain depth, I do use these crankbaits here. And yeah, this will be the first of Fishmas highlighting these baits, which is a crankbait. Stay tuned. I'll probably drop another one every day this up until Christmas. That's the plan. Hopefully nothing throws a wrench in there for me not to. But we'll highlight my next bait that I actually throw. Everything that I'm going to talk about, everything that I show you guys are baits that I actually use, not just stuff that I bought that's sitting, stuff I actually caught fish on. We can go in depth later about how I rig some of this stuff and what I do with that. I just kind of want to show you guys the baits that I use and all that. But yeah, With that being said, appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thanks for rocking with me over the years. Make sure you go check out my store, and I'll link a link in the description. Buy something, help me out, do what you want. I don't care, just look around. Yeah. Anyways, thanks guys. I'm out. Don't drill when you see me with my new beach eyes. Ain't go around. So you grab. I can pretend you was my man, nigga, bet you know just how that feel. Out of my way, you at a pocket, keep it. Your boy, you can't trust the